Brooke, kind of a similar story to end the One Day Cup campaign as all the games have gone. Maybe potentially a few too many runs on the board when we've had ball in hand, start the chase well, and then kind of just lost the momentum at the end there.
Yeah, definitely. It's a story that we've told too many times this competition, and it's one that we obviously need to learn from for next year in both our white ball competitions. I think we've done things well, but these games are all about winning the crucial moments, and you can set yourself up all you want, but if you don't win them crucial moments, unfortunately you're not going to win games. There's been too many times this competition where we have lost momentum at the wrong time in a game, and that's why unfortunately we've lost more than we should have. But I think that there are still positives to take out of it. I think we've scoring over 300 in 5 or 6 of the games is obviously good signs. The lads up top set us up really well in most games, and on the bowling, obviously in the power play, I think we started really well in most games, always taking probably 1 or 2 wickets. In a couple of games we took 3 and set ourselves up well. Just unfortunately we couldn't take wickets through the middle overs, and that's another thing that we need to address through the winter this year.
Yeah, you touched on it there. Is the kind of the inability of the wickets in the middle allowing teams to accelerate at the end? If you take a couple more in the middle, it prevents kind of that momentum build that has been all too often.
Yeah.
And it's been a fairly inexperienced bowling attack, but one that they'll learn from this competition of playing a big belt of games, won't they?
Yeah, definitely. And like you said there, obviously teams have had wickets in the hand going into the last 15, 20 overs, which has allowed them to accelerate and play almost a T20 to the back end of the 50 over game. And if we can learn or find ways of taking wickets through that period and giving them only 6-5 wickets in the last 20 overs, they can't kick on as early, they can't go as hard. And it allows the bowlers to bowl their best ball for a bit longer.
Harry and Matt today were outstanding, really, and you could tell when both of them walked off that they were really disappointed that they hadn't been able to be there at the end. That's kind of the mentality that you guys really want to kind of breed, and Matt coming in 2 centuries in the One Day Cup and 3 years of hopefully plenty of runs coming from him. Yeah,
definitely. The both of them played really well today, and like you say, Matt's shown what we've hopefully can be expecting more of for the next 3 years for him. And Kami, we know in the last couple of years in the One Day Comp he's done really well. He's got his hundreds and that, and he's set up the innings really well. So we know that both of them can do that. So Kami probably would have liked to score a few more runs in this competition, but it's not quite gone the way of him. But like you say, he's finished off the competition for himself really well. And like I say, on that mentality that we always speak about, that trying to be the guy in at the end, trying to win the game for us. And unfortunately, at times this competition, it's been that story where we've lost someone with the set batsman with 10 overs to go or so, or just under, and left 2 new batsmen trying to get in, but also keep scoring at a decent click.
Negatives, obviously, with the results that have unfurled during the Metrobank One Day Cup, but 2 positives really of 2 young lads who have been given an opportunity at Derbyshire, Rory Hayden and Amrit Basra, both kind of yin and yang players, one really defensive with the ball and then Amrit with the bat in hand smashing it all over. They're 2 kind of great things that have come out this One Day Cup competition of us losing players to the 100. They might not have got a chance with the full first team available. Just a word on them 2.
Yeah, no, they've both been really impressive and really great to work with. They've both come in with a bit of fresh energy into the first team environment. Obviously, they've played a fair bit in the second team this year, but they've come in with that fresh energy, wanting to impress straight away, and they both have. Like you say, Rory does what he does. He hits the top of off as much as he can. He keeps everything simple, and he's been rewarded at times with wickets and that. And obviously, Amrit's obviously a very special talent. The way he hits the ball is he hits it cleaner than a lot of people out there. And for such a young lad as well, he's got a big future if he keeps working the way he does, because he works just as hard as anyone.
Moving forward to the last 3 championship games of the season, how do you kind of remove that frustration that's come from the One Day Cup of not getting over the line, maybe some disappointment with the ball potentially? How do you and the squad put that behind and focus on 3 really big games coming up?
Yeah, I think it's something we spoke about at the start of the season, being in the race in the last month of the season. I think at the end of the day we've got a bit of time off now between the competitions, a bit of time to reflect on it and take some learnings from it. And obviously having a few lads come back from the 100, and that will bring a bit of energy back into the change room and that again. And at the end of the day, it's a different competition. We've had success in that competition this year, so there's no reason we shouldn't have confidence going into these last 3 games. So we're going to come up against some good competition, and obviously Glamorgan just above us at the minute. We play them in a game, so there's a lot riding on that game. But I think the lads are going to come out chomping at the bit, trying to get a win in a couple of the games and hopefully leapfrog Glamorgan.